is no challenge. The mountain I'm climbing, no matter how high, I don't wanna fall. I see the crap and I want it all. Disturbing the peace, saying fuck the law. I've been watching this shitty shit, man. I've been watching
shitty shit.
It's shitty, bro. Cause I recently started diving into watching those true crime videos and shit. Oh, I don't know why I did, and it's just shit was getting dark, man. Then I started looking up like serial killer documentaries. I'm normally not even into that shit. Don't look at me crazy, but man, that was the dude, the Gacy dude. That nigga, I was listening to him talk on his tapes, and he was saying he sounded like he from here. Like, he sounded like he from here for real. Oh, he is? Yes, he sound like he from here. Like he talked like like this fucking guy. You know what I mean? Like from back in the day, though, funny as shit. But the nigga was like kidnapping dudes and raping them kids and shit, like 14, 15 teenagers, kidnapping
anybody you can find.
Yeah, basically he was just strolling through Chicago, kidnapping kids, killing them and raping them. House had like 30 dead bodies under that shit. Shit was pretty fucking hard. And then he had one body that he threw in a river, shit like that. And then, oh man, he was so cool. I mean, he was so happy to confess. He was like, yeah, well, man, I'm gonna tell you about it. You can't lock me up for this shit. And they're like, what the fuck is you smoking, nigga? I'll be away with this shit. Like, bro, you're not getting away. You're going down. But that's a lot of people. I know this, like, and it was all white kids too. I'm like, shit, bro. You just went on a fucking white kid killing spree, didn't you? All these little young motherfuckers. I was listening to one of the scenarios they would talk about in the shits. He was like, he went to Iowa for a little while or whatever the case may be. And while he was in Iowa, he had this kid come over. He was somebody he know kid come over. They chilling, they playing pool and shit. They playing for dollars. He's like, let's play for dollars. To the kid whooping his ass. And then he was like, hey, we should play for let's play for sexual favors now instead of dollars. Yo, how about, if I win, you do something for me. If you win, I do. I'm like, oh my, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, he's like, nah, man, I'm not really into that. It's a fucking 17-year-old or 18-year-old or something like that. You feel me? So, of course he wouldn't be black, you know what I'm saying? If he was black, that nigga probably be ready to fight for real. Like, nigga, don't come to me with that shit. You feel me? Like, nigga. And, shit. That's when he was like, hey, you ever watch a porn before? Gay porn and shit? And he was like, fuck it. Like, nah, I ain't never seen a porn. So he took his young ass over there to watch porn in his basement, by the way.
Went to his basement?
Yeah, went to the fucking basement, bro. And while he was down there, bro, it's just crazy. Like, they watching the porn. He get up. He walk off real quick. He come back, put a revolver to the kid's head. Like, hey, remember this sexual favor shit I was talking about? I'm gonna need you to take your clothes off and get.
Yo, is this dude black or white?
It's a white dude, bro. Oh. Gacy ain't killing no damn black people, bro.
No, is Gacy white?
Nah, Gacy's white, yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
Yeah, if he was a black dude, then I would read about that nigga in history class. Be like, this is the black Hitler. Bro, if black people do shit, they multiply by 10.
This is what's crazy though. And if you look up some of the evidence that they have on that case, bro, that nigga got massive dildos like the size of your fucking arm, bro. Like, it is crazy. Like handcuffs and shit. But so they was watching the porn, right?
People weren't created by God.
Nah, factual. But they watching the porn. He walk off, come back while the kid watching the porn. The dude watching the porn. I don't want to say kid, nigga like 18, like 17, something like that. He put the gun to the back of his head and shit. And in the midst of that, he buddy like, oh shit. He realized he got a gun to the back of his head. He like, I'm gonna need you to take that shit off. You feel me? We finna fuck. I'm finna fuck you on some other shit. That's crazy, right? Take your shit off the fuck. But he get the crying and shit. He please don't do this, bitch. Oh shit, you feel me? Fuck, fuck. You have to shoot me. But anyway, so he was like, he was crying and shit, and he just didn't want to do it. And he was like, you know what? I'm just fucking with you, bro. Let's go to bed, man. You know what I mean? Like, go to your room. Let's go to sleep. Because technically, he was supposed to go home, but it was a storm. So he's spending the night, and this was the worst sleepover ever. Like, nigga, you gonna remember this forever. And
did the kid survive?
Let's get to the story, right? So he show him his room. He laying down in his room and shit. Gacy leave out. He fall asleep. He wake up in the I think early in the morning or sometime at night, and he wake up. Gacy got a knife to his stomach, and he rubbing his thigh. He say he finna fuck him again. He's like, let's go to the basement. You know what I mean? He trying to get him to go to the fucking basement. And he's like, I don't want to go to the basement. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. He's like, you know what? Because he's trying to fuck him and shit. But he was like, you know what? I I ain't gonna take you to the basement. I can't get you to go to the basement. So since I can't get you to go to the basement, I don't want to take you. I like you the only one that don't want to go to the basement. Like, what you mean? Like, he basically saying that he got other people to go to the basement. I couldn't get you to go to the basement. You one of the few that I could. You feel me? So he like, fuck it, man. Let's go home. He take him home and shit. And he told him before he, because he in Iowa and the nigga arrogant motherfucker. Back then everybody was housed that Al Capone attitude and that Chicago fucking mobster lifestyle attitude. He wasn't really with the mob or nothing, but the guy, he's always like to act like it. You know what I mean? Like, he was high powered. He even tried to run for Senate at one point.
Damn.
Yeah, like, but so on his way to dropping the kid off, he told him, "Oh, now I'm powerful in Chicago, so hey, if you tell anybody about what happened, I'm gonna have you know what I'm saying, a hitman or somebody come whack you." Kid was shook, never said shit. You know what I mean? But with a nigga like that, with a nigga that sporadic, you know what I mean, eventually, serial killers get sloppy. You feel me? After a while, they feel like they can't get touched and they do some stupid shit that get them caught. I'm just gonna skip to what got him caught, or do you want to hear about one more situation he had with a younger person?
Let me hear when he got caught.
Okay, I'm gonna say how it led to his investigation and him getting caught and led it up, because they already was following him around and shit. The police was following him and shit. They let him know, like, oh yeah, we following you around, because the nigga Gacy drive like a fucking maniac. He always speeding everywhere and shit. Detectives they was like, man, this nigga was testing our driving skills every day on the expressway. I'm like, what the fuck? He I'm like, what the hell? But he befriended the cops. He didn't have to do that, and that's what he was arrogant enough to think like, befriend them. You feel me?
He think they gonna.
Yeah. So when he go get coffee, they go and get coffee too. They'll stop, go get coffee with him. You know what I mean? They talking and shit.
That's gonna relieve the pressure.
He's like, oh yeah, that'll make them, maybe see me as less of a suspect or something. Maybe, you feel me? But one day he let him in his house. You gotta understand, you letting somebody in your house, bro, and you got over 30 victims under your you buried these motherfuckers in your basement in a crawl space, bro. So basically, he let him in his house, like, y'all come in, fuck it. He let us in today. Normally, he don't let us in. So while they in there, one of the other officers talking to him, the other one goes to the bathroom. He go to the bathroom, through the vent, he smell a putrid smell of dead bodies, and they detectives, so they familiar with the scent of dead people, decaying flesh, things like that. And that led to them being able to get a warrant to, to do what they needed to do to bust them. It's like, oh no, it's bodies in here somewhere. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And he kind of crucified himself. So he turned himself in at some point, and he just started
told the whole story.
Funny as hell. Yeah, man.
If that was a black dude, they wouldn't have even waited to fucking.
Yeah, fuck your story. Die, nigga.
They would not have waited for a fucking warrant. They would have forged that shit or some shit and win that bitch.
It's like, how many people die because of y'all kind of try to do shit the right way, but then when y'all don't need to be like that aggressive, y'all over that aggressive.
Yeah, when they need to be aggressive.
It's like, well, he's one of ours. He would never be that sick. Yeah,
that's weird. It's like when they need to be aggressive, they don't be aggressive. When they don't need to be aggressive, they're extra aggressive.
They'd be like, bro, when it's actually pressure on you, you fold. Like, I done seen cops afraid to go in abandoned houses and shit at night. I ain't going in there. You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? But when they got one defenseless person by themselves, they, choke them up, beat them. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? You afraid to go in there, but when it come down to one person, you don't move. You feel me? Overdoing your job, bro.
Like that
chill.
Fucking Uvalde shooting shit when the dude went inside and killed all those kids in the school. Like, all the cops, sitting outside the school for damn near an hour, and the niggas just shooting up the fucking school. They scared to go in.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with being afraid, but in the same breath, apply that same the same aggression you apply to somebody that's defenseless. Apply that same shit to somebody that's actually a threat. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, cause they're a threat.
Oh no, it's like, oh hell no, I ain't finna die. I can't use my badge against a maniac. You feel me?
Yeah,
that nigga don't care.
shoot the motherfucker with the cell phone and then handcuff him when he dead. He dead.
Now we thought he was alive, bro. Shooting and handcuffing somebody is crazy in the first place, but you shot him. Ain't no point in handcuffing him. Nigga probably holding his wound.
Even if he alive, it's like, bro, he's probably in pain. Bro, put that nigga in the hospital, handcuff him when they stabilize that nigga.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, that's pretty much that was that Gacy shit, man. Shit crazy, right? And there was more stories to it. That's what's fucked up. I'm gonna tell you that shit off camera. That's crazy.